Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And I mean, hey, whatever you're doing, come back and listen to this and look at it. We have a very special guest from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We have Danielle Jeter. This young lady's involved in television. She's involved in a lot of things. She started her own company, AOI. And I mean, the things that she has done, I look at her and I say, wow, I thought maybe she was in the wrong place, when she came up. But this young lady here is just fantastic. She's from the city of brotherly love, and she started this organization. She's the CEO. And she's going to tell us about it. And also women in media. She's involved in that too. So, Danielle.
Yes.
Welcome to the Ed Brown Show.
Hi, Mr. Ed Brown.
I mean, this is a real pleasure for you to come all the way down from the city of brotherly love to give us information that's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, tell us about this new company that you, AOI, that you're the CEO. How did you get involved in it? And then we'll get into this women in media.
Okay, yeah. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to come. It was no way I was going to miss being here all the way in Maryland. So I really do appreciate the invitation to.
Did you bring a cheesesteak?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I got to get it out the car for you.
All right.
But yes, AOI is a full service creative communications firm. So we specialize in event production and public relations. I started the business during my senior year at Spelman College.
Spelman College. Fantastic.
I took a year off of, it was my senior year, so I took the last year off of the dance team because I danced through college.
Oh, you danced through college?
I danced through college.
Oh, what type of dancer were you?
I was on a team called Mahogany Emotion, which is a part of the Morehouse College band. So we danced at all the football games.
You didn't tell me that off camera, right? Well, we could talk about that a long time.
Yeah.
We only have an hour, Okay.
Yeah, so we danced at all of the football teams, football games, and we also traveled to different competitions and presentations. So it was a great experience to be able to dance. And so my senior year, I said, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take off. I'm not going to dance on the team. But I'm going to go ahead and start a business after I had assisted several of my friends to start their own events and marketing companies.
Marketing?
Yeah, events and marketing. So I saw it as an opportunity for myself because the job market was so, uncertain and very tough in 2009. Right, in 2010. I knew that there would be a possibility that I could graduate with this degree from Spelman with no job offer. So I said, well, I'll start a business. At the age of 20, I started a business. I said, well, just in case, You're
only 21.
couple more years older than 21, but not too far away from 21. And I went ahead. I started the business. I launched in October of 2009 in Atlanta, Georgia, with an event called the City of Lights Atlanta.
Beautiful.
And it was interesting because the company started out as solely a special events company where we would plan events for clients. We did a lot of promotional modeling and event marketing when we first launched in Atlanta. It was then I graduated from school, ended up not staying in Atlanta, and moved back home to Philadelphia.
Great.
And that's where I went ahead and relaunched the business. And when I relaunched it, I also added on a suite of public relations services.
Wow, name some of them.
Yes, so there is an organization that I was working with. It's STEMnasium Learning Academy, and they're actually a STEM program for youth. And what they do is teach STEM to kids 3 years old to 14 years old. And when STEMnasium came to me for public relations services, it was because they needed to create a identity and a brand for themselves outside of the school that they were operating out of. Because Gymnasium is a program, it's an educational program, it's a special technology curriculum that is for every child in every city, in every country, in every school.
Around the world.
Around the world.
Right.
So it had nothing to do with the school, and it had nothing to do with the location where the program was being hosted. And so a lot of bad things had happened in the media with the school. And so the school's name got dragged through the mud, and so did the program, the technologies program. Their name got dragged through the mud. So they came to me and said, hey, we need to create our own identity. We need to detach ourselves from the school. We really need to be able to sustain our own without being attached to any other brand. And so what we did was we came up with a public relations strategy for them where they were able to just start introducing themselves to the market, introducing what they do, the impact that they have on children, the different teaching curriculums, and the different after-school programs, day programs, summer programs that they had to offer to the world. And so I started sending out a collection of public relations of PR documents, press releases. So we continue to flood the media with PR documents and press releases centered around who the program is, who the founder is, what they do. And so we were able to set up like a media tour for them where they were able to talk about what it is that they do and create an identity for themselves. We also partnered their brand with other companies and brands that would benefit them as well, and also kind of give them a compliment. And so they were able to, build strategic partnerships with other organizations that had, a better brand and identity in the market than the school. So from there, we also provided social media services for them. So under public relations, we also do social media management.
When you say social media, tell us a little bit about that.
Social media management is essentially owning and operating and also kind of developing who that brand is online. So we're driving activity to your pages. You have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Instagram, you have blogs, you have LinkedIn, you have a lot of different online social media platforms. So essentially, my company, what we do is control your conversation and your brand online. We identify who you are in the social media atmosphere, and we draw and we navigate that conversation for you. So a lot of that management comes with creating the content that's going to go onto your page. So if we're operating your Facebook page, we are coming up with the tagline. We're coming up with the paragraph or the caption. We are getting photos and videos to put onto the Facebook page. So we're populating your social media, we're managing it, and then we're also growing an online audience for you that could take your initiative or your brand global.
Wow, that's a lot of work. I'm tired already, just listening.
It's a lot of work. PR, it is a lot of work, and essentially what we do as public relations and as communicators is we take your message, we package it to your external audience. So we help drive your identity to whatever specific audience that it is that you need to target and that you're trying to navigate your message to. So if you're trying to reach local elected officials or politicians, then we speak their language. We package.
Well, a lot of that is around. Everybody, local officials and politicians. Well, your company actually, this is the time of year, especially with the presidency coming up in 2016. So it'll be terrific effect on PR firms.
Yeah. So we were involved in some of the local elections in Philadelphia. We just had primaries, and our general election will be coming up in November. We're electing a new mayor. And all of city council seats were up.
All the council seats
all
up
of the
too?
council seats were up as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Judges were up.
And people need to know this. Your organization there, you're doing a terrific job, because one of the problems people have, voting is not knowing the people that really are running for office. And these people are the ones that determine, their livelihood.
How you live, exactly.
Yeah, for the next 3-4 years, sometime longer than that.
Exactly.
So your organization is just needed everywhere.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Right. Right.
Again, because the PR is the key.
Right.
If you don't have the correct system, strategy, all of that depends on what type of PR director you have.
Right.
The CEO of your PR is just very, very, very important because they're targeting different groups. And that's
right.
that targeting different groups. You got to know where to go, when to go, and how to do it.
How to do it, exactly. Right.
Right. So that's a tremendous task that your organization is really taking on, and you have some clips from some of the fairs that you've had there in Philadelphia, which they're showing. And tell us one of the ones that really you thought was one of your better ones.
So we, in our event planning suite of services, we offer a lot of different things. And one of those things is custom candy dessert buffets.
Oh.
So there was
I like that one, buffet.
The candy buffet, yes.
Right.
And that's like a new trend that's taking place, and people will add that to their special events or their occasions, just like an added touch, and it's something interactive for their guests to go ahead.
To relax them.
Yeah.
Really, come into an environment like that,
right.
you want to get relaxed. Eating has always been relaxing.
Eating is very important for any event. Your caterer and who's going to do your food service is extremely important. And then, dessert. So you have this custom dessert table that can be customized according to your theme. You might have a color theme. You might have a topic.
Or the theme of the organization.
Organization, and all of that can be transitioned in the candy buffet and described through the assortment of candy. So you can have chocolates, you can have candies, you can have miniature desserts like miniature brownies, miniature cheesecakes. Now they do the cake pops on a stick. They do miniature
cake top on a stick. That sounds good.
Cake on a stick.
You have a choice, strawberry or chocolate.
Yeah, so you can kind of get a candy rush, a sugar rush, just by staying over at the candy table a little too long. But guests are able to take home a goodie bag of treats from your event. And there was an event that we did in Pennsylvania where it was a beach-themed dinner party. And we beach-themed dinner party.
What part of Pennsylvania was that?
That was in like Cheltenham area.
Cheltenham, Pennsylvania.
So right over Ivy Hill Road.
Right. I imagine you get involved with a lot of the hotels. Is the Bellevue Stratford still functioning? That hotel downtown?
Are you referring to?
Maybe they changed the name
on Broad Street?
Yeah, they're on Broad Street, right?
Yeah, the Bellevue, 19 at Bellevue.
Hey, yeah, that's it. They used to call that the Bellevue Stratford.
Oh, really?
But now they call it what?
The 19. So they have a restaurant called 19 at Bellevue.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then they have Hyatt at Bellevue because the hotel is at Bellevue too. So yeah.
Right, because so you get involved in events that are held at those places. Those are prestigious organizations.
Very much
downtown off Broad Street.
Very much so.
Yeah. All right. So I'm familiar with a little bit. I have to give a plug to Philadelphia because I'm from Philadelphia. We talked about some things in Philadelphia. A lot of it's changed and everything, but I think this is a terrific.
It's changing in such an awesome way.
Okay, tell us about it.
There's a lot of global initiatives that are taking place. Our current mayor, Michael Nutter, has a vision of a world-class, first-class city. So he has taken steps in his administration and over, him being in office for the past 8 years of positioning Philadelphia to attract a lot of diverse tourism and global initiatives. And out of that came the first ever 30 Under 30 Summit. Forbes magazine produces a summit for people under 30 years old.
Oh, wow.
And so they did
Under
it
30.
under
huh?
30.
Oh, I just missed it by a couple years.
About a
that's
couple
all.
years, yeah.
Right.
And so they have a Forbes list, and there's people under 30 who've made the Forbes list over the past 3 to 4
And
years.
you're next.
I'm certainly next.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I'm certainly next.
On the Forbes.
I'm
list.
certainly next. So that's an event that's come to our city. Last year was the first year that they produced this event. They chose Philadelphia to be the home for the event, and now they're back for a second year doing this event in October. So that's awesome. The Pope's coming
Oh,
in
yeah.
about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
He's going to be in Philadelphia too.
The
huh?
Pope is going to be in Philadelphia this September. So that, that's bringing 1.5
Wow.
million people to the city.
Wow.
To see
Boy,
him.
that's in September, huh? Next
Yep,
month.
Next month.
Huh? And you're going to be all involved in that.
Well,
I'm sure.
I did sign up to be a volunteer with the World Meeting of Families. They're actually hosting this event where the Pope is
Excellent.
attending.
Excellent.
And so they have a communications committee.
And you're on the committee.
Well, I've signed up to volunteer with the committee to do a social media and communications
For the Pope.
for the Pope.
Oh, congratulations! Well, you've done a lot. I'll tell you.
I know, right?
I mean, how do you do it? What kind of staff do you have to get involved in all those important items?
Yeah, so AOI Events and PR, we have a mentorship and
Right. Tell us
internship
about
program. And so that program has really taken off and has really, decided to go ahead and have a vision of its own. So we have consultants who are project-based consultants. That team can fluctuate anywhere from 5 to 10 people at a time, depending upon the need that I need to provide for the client. So for our events, we provide event staffing, and we will manage your registration table. We will set up your event. We will break down your event. If we need to bring bartenders, we'll do that. If we need cocktail waitresses, we'll do that. We have photographers, videographers. We have entertainers, performers. We have florists. We do custom centerpieces and decor for your events. So our staff could, range from 5 to 10, depending upon the need.
Now you're mentoring everything with the different employees associated with the universities, right? What universities are you involved with where the youngsters are able to get credit for working with your organization?
Yeah, it's been really a great experience to be able to take college students and give them some hands-on real-world experience, especially for them to sit under a young CEO. And they can really
a young CEO.
And they
Congratulations.
Can really, thank you so much, Mr. Ed Brown.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been really a treat for me. Both ways, you're being from Philadelphia, then a young CEO too.
Yeah.
I mean, the future is great from Philadelphia. Have to move back there.
Right. And so they're able to, get that hands-on experience and kind of really see the ins and outs of operating your own business.
Now, good.
And so outside of just business experience, they get hands-on experience with public relations. They also get hands-on experience with event planning. And so they apply each semester, and we have students ranging from Virginia Union to
Virginia Union. Hey, I think I'm a little prejudiced. I'm sorry about that. Virginia Union. But a student from Virginia Union just finished being mentored.
Being mentored and interning, and she was my digital marketing intern. So she did digital marketing and she did social media for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She had a load on her, didn't she?
She did, yeah. So they come in and, they're kind of just implemented very much into the company and all the projects that we have going on. So they get to meet the clients, they get to attend the events, they get to draft up documents, they get to operate on social media under our company. They get networking skills. They get vast networking opportunities because, I'm constantly out networking at different events in the city and being a connector of people. So, they're with me, they're by my side. And it's very rare that you'll see me out at an event or at, different social settings, and I don't have one of my interns with me.
Well, you're a great representative of this Women in Media. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yes, Women in Media is my second baby, my second project that is 2.5 years old, and I'm the visionary and co-founder of Women in Media. And so we're basically a network of women in media, and each
And you're all over the United States, all over the world.
well, I mean, you got it right, Mr. Ed. We are going all over the world.
Right, sure.
But right now we are in Philadelphia, and looking to expand the program and the network across the nation. So right now we're like very much in the building phase. We're connecting with people. We're networking.
Well, you're connecting with the Ed Brown Show down here in Prince George County.
Right here, right.
This is the start.
Yes.
And I'm so honored to have you on the show, and a young person like you that in the business world. This is where the future is.
Right.
And the young people, this is a great example. And I'm honored to have Ms. Jeter here. And I mean, she came out of Spelman there, and then she jumped right into the business world. And this is the future. And she's a terrific example of young people in the future. And the future, what is going to be a future for everybody.
Right.
Everybody's going to benefit from it.
Right.
The young people, the people that get the service, all of that.
Right.
Women in media.
Yeah.
I think that's a excellent title.
You like it, right?
Yeah, I like
Straight to
that.
the point.
Right
Women
to
in
the
media.
point. And I mean, you're in a CEO position, you know, and that's the part that I think is just great. And you're a great example. I like to congratulate you for the work that you've done, and you're a great example for young people out there to get involved in the business world, because that's where the freedom is.
Yeah.
Freedom is into the business world. If we want to make it in this country, this capitalist society, we have to get into the business world. And I take time to emphasize that, because this is one of the things that I feel that young people like you, we need to push into the business world.
Right.
Because that is the future. And the sooner, the better. Now, tell us a little more about this women in media now. Anyone that's interested in getting involved with it. I know it's a lot of women out there are amazed that a young person like Miss Jeter here has gone so far in the business world and have come right out of school and got involved. So tell us a little bit, how would a person get involved?
So I am one of 3 co-founders. There's 3 of us total. Hania Sharp Brown and Sharita Martin are graduates of Temple University.
Temple University. Huh?
So we started the network together at Temple. Hania was a student there at the time. And so we were able to get a space there and go ahead and produce our first annual conference. And so Women in Media, we produce an annual women's professional development conference. So the conference is open to any woman who is in media or who is aspiring to enter media and are looking for resources and a network and tools and inspiration to do so. So it's a day of inspiration, it's a day of connecting, it's a day of learning. And it's just an incredible day. We have a diverse audience that attends the conference. It's annual in September of every year.
September in Philadelphia?
In Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yes, and so, the women range, they're diverse in age, they're diverse in ethnicity. And so you have that whole mentor-mentee aspect of the conference where you can connect with someone older, or you can connect with someone younger, and you can exchange ideas, you can exchange tools and resources, and you can build, a network and a community of women for you. And so we are looking to expand Women in Media, like I said, across the country with the hopes of scaling our conference, bringing in some esteemed speakers and producing conferences across the country.
Miss Jeter here, Danielle, really is an excellent example, and I'm so proud of her. I don't know, I'm so elated the fact that she has shown the initiative to develop that in the media, because the media is a thing that you got program managed news, you have so many different things, and then
you can produce the news.
yes,
Yeah.
right. And I've worked in all phases, and I know how tough it is, even for a minority to get and then a female minority is excellent. You're an excellent example of what the female, what you can add to the women in media, and
Right.
the fact that you just recently out of school, your background and the type of experience that you've already had at a young age of, I say, 21, 22, and this inspires young people to really get involved in, like I emphasized before, and I can't emphasize it anymore, is that you have to get into the business world of this country. You're living in a society where, if you don't do it yourself, it won't be done. No one is going to give you economic security. And
Right.
see,
And people, I talk to people about what I'm doing, and they often ask, well, what did you go to college for? And I say, well, I went to college for history. And they're like, history, but you're doing this, and I didn't go to school for what I'm doing, but I believe that I always had the passion and the creativity and the skills that I needed inside of me.
self-confidence.
Yeah.
That's important. And
Yeah.
there's nothing in this world that you cannot accomplish having self-confidence. You believe in yourself, and that's what you have to do. And the future in this country, just like I keep repeating, is in economics. The answers, the things that have occurred to young people in this minorities in this country, all of that can be solved by economic independence. Once you have economics, a great poet say, you're not free unless you economically free. And having Danielle Jeter here is just excellent example of the types of things that you young people out there can do, and I know you will do, with individuals like Ms. Jeter here, that's inspiring all of you. She's offering you examples of where you can get involved yourself. She has a mentoring program. And how did you decide to do that? You just in the business yourself. You started.
Well, there was a staffing need outside of the consultants. My business is still growing, so we can only bring on but so many consultants at a time. So sometimes to fill the void, we can use students who are looking for opportunities, and I can train them myself on the skills that they need to complete the job. And so it was more of a need thing, and then also there were students who were looking for opportunities. So
Yes.
it went 50-50. It was back and forth. And then when I got my first couple of interns, and
Okay, we're at 30 seconds.
okay, and we decided what we wanted to do with them. I knew that I was giving them more than just an internship experience. They were also
Okay.
getting mentoring as well.
Okay, I want to thank you for being here. I tell you, I'm elated, and for a young person to be involved in business like this, that's the future. This has been Ed Brown. See you next time.